hi, welcome to hell. Did you just die? Cool. Well, I am the hell receptionist demon for this eon. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. My name's Shlipeam, and I will be checking you into the correct circle of hell today. Alright, so it does look like you have a couple, wounds still on your soul. Your soul does maintain its form for a couple centuries usually in hell before you kind of start to just waft away into a ball of evanescent pain and suffering. But your scars do help me to investigate a little bit of what your cause of death might have been, because I'm going to, of course, ask you about your cause of death, but you're probably a liar. Most people are. Or you probably, don't see what you did as something very wrong. That's very common. And it can kind of make you an unreliable narrator. But I am an extremely reliable narrator, and that is why I am the hell receptionist for this eon. So I'm going to ask you what your account is of your life. Just a couple questions so we can get a little bit of a profile going on you. And then I will assign you to a circle, okay? Does that sound good? Well, it doesn't matter, because that's what we're doing. Perfect. So, first things first, I'm gonna just go through a little laundry list of sins, aberrations, deviations from a proper moral code and see kind of where you line up. So, would you call yourself a liar? Okay. And how frequently would you say you usually lie? Okay. And have you always lied about that much? Or did it get more or less as you got older? More? Interesting. Okay, and what about theft? Do you consider yourself a thief sometimes? Is it mostly big items in your past, or items from friends and family? Are you a shoplifter? Shoplifting? Yeah. Shoplifting gets a lot of people. Were you usually shoplifting essential items, or was it more leisure, fun things? Based. I've always wanted to shoplift on the earth like a human. You can't shoplift in hell. There's no reason to, we don't really have things. We don't have many. Yeah, you're not gonna have any things here. You're just gonna have you. You're gonna be all that you are. But I think you can handle it. I mean, at least for as long as you maintain a sense of identity. Eventually everyone kind of starts losing it, but if you lose it at the same time that you lose your sense of identity, then it's kind of like you just stop existing, and so those people, I think, suffer less. But if you lose it before you lose your sense of identity, then that's usually much harder. So I recommend that you just try to let go of yourself, as soon as you're able, because once you get in there, it can get really rough really fast. Okay, now, what do you think is the worst thing you ever did to someone that you hated? Whoa. Yeah, you can go into more detail if you'd like. Whoa. Oh, is that how you got... That must be what this scar is from, huh? Interesting. Wow. That's a really wild story. Okay, and what do you think is the worst thing you ever did to someone that you loved? Yeah, you can take your time. That's terrible. Jeez. Why did you do that? That is no reason. That is not a good reason to do that to someone you love. What did they do? And then what did you do? You're really bad. I'm gonna have to really put you in real hell. Yeah. I don't even think you're lying, even though you're a liar. Were you lying about being a liar? Oh my goodness. I'm gonna send an email to Satan, and let him know that you're on your way. He likes it when people let him know if someone's gonna go into, like, the lower levels of hell, just because, like, it's, like, good for occupancy reasons for him to prepare. He likes to, like, make sure that he can introduce himself properly, that you're not just gonna, like, walk in while he's, like, there torturing someone else, you know? Yeah. You want to make an inquiry about someone else? If they're here? Yeah, I can do that. You're not going to be able to talk to them, but I can check for you. What's their name? Okay. And, do you know when they died? Could you give me, like, a range, maybe? Okay. Yes, they are in the 3rd level of hell, so you're definitely not going to be making contact with them, but they are not in heaven. Well, I'm glad that you're happy about that. That's good. a little bit weird, but that's good. Me? Oh, I know it seems like I'm, like, not, like, that evil or anything, but I assure you I do belong here. I think I mostly belong here because of my aesthetic. I feel like I didn't fit in with the other angels, you know? I have horns. That was a pretty quick reason for them to not want me around. And honestly, like, Lucifer was just so charming, like, from the very beginning. Like, he was just so charming, and I told him from the start that I would follow him wherever he walked in all of these realms, and he came to hell, so I came to hell. And the rest is history. I mean, not really, because no one's writing anything down, because we don't have things. So, history is more of a human construct. But I definitely belong here. Because I have horns, and I have Lucifer. Oh, he's really sweet once you get to know him. He really hates God a lot. Which honestly, like, I'm pretty neutral on all that. Like, you know, I honestly don't even want to talk too much about it. I'm an apolitical demon. I don't really take sides on all that. I just trust Lucifer to make the right decisions. And he said that I belonged here and that for this eon I would be a really good receptionist demon, which I do think fits me because it's like right at the surface. I don't really like the lower levels very much. They kind of intimidate me. But I think that you're gonna hate them, which is perfect because you need to be punished because what you did was really, really bad. It was like really bad. Okay, and do you remember how you died? It's really common for people to not remember how they died. You do? Can you tell me the story? Yeah, as you tell the story, I'm gonna start to, kind of inspect your form a little bit to see if there's any marks. Any cosmological marks of sacraments, rituals, curses, mortal sins, anything else that I can detect, so that I can make a record for it. So yeah, just keep telling your story, and I'm going to inspect your fading form. I want you to think. Yeah, just pause on your story. You'll have plenty of time to tell me, don't worry. Pause on your story, and I want you to think of your least favorite, your most humiliating, most painful childhood memories. I'm just gonna try and pull those memories out. This will give me a better read on whether or not your sins could be in any way justified by your early psychology. Because sometimes that will get you a little bit of slack once you're in the lower circles. Yeah, just keep imagining all the sad things. Are you feeling kind of tired? That's normal. You've had a long life. Too long, honestly. You did too much. You did a lot. You did so much. It's tough to think about, I'm sure. Makes sense that you'd be tired after all that pain and suffering. And it makes sense that you'd be tired before you're in for an eternity of more. I'm worried for you, honestly. I hope that you do okay down there. Because you've been really, you seem kind of nice, but you're definitely not kind. You're cruel. You know that? You would never make it to heaven. Not with that little remorse. It's shocking, honestly. But that's okay. I like hell. Lucifer's here. You're not super different from him, He doesn't have very much remorse either. Sometimes it's hard to tell if he hates it or loves it here, but Where we are doesn't matter to me. As long as I have him, you know? Hmm? Oh, no. He doesn't talk to me too often. Not anymore, but time is different for us, you know? So I don't mind waiting. I just want to do my job well. And send all of the people down there that deserve to be like you. Alright, are you just about ready to go? Perfect. I'm gonna tell you now to sleep